If you haven't heard of this show, My Hero Academia is basically the X-Men, but anime, and it's fantastic. I love it. I love the characters, I love the stories that it tells, and the music. But there is one really weird thing about that last part. The music in My Hero Academia is interesting, to say the least. It isn't bad at all. I absolutely love each and every track on the show. There's just some really weird spots where the music decides to play. Like, okay, let's use this as an example. In Season 2, Bakugo vs. Todoroki, you can hear Bakugo's theme. Makes sense. But in Season 5, when Bakugo is kicking Class B's butt, you hear Red Riot's theme when he hardly is even there. Weird stuff like that happens all over the show. Another example is this one. You would expect Red Riot's theme to be playing over his big Unbreakable moment, but instead we get the same music from when Deku is fighting Muscular. Why? What is the thematic reason behind this? Is it to convey that Kirishima is facing a very difficult opponent where he has to go plus ultra and use his quirk to its absolute max in order to win? Because that thematic moment is on his fight against the perfect spear and shield, and his theme plays. I don't get it. Also, what was the point of Jetsei Run? You had this awesome theme and you hardly used it. And if you wanted it to be an evolved form of Yusei Run, why didn't you play it at the moment where it would make the most sense? Instead, we get a theme that sounds like a homecoming dance-off. This is the emotional climax of the fight. Why are we hearing a bunch of middle schoolers having a dance battle? I don't understand. Even the villain themes kind of don't really make a bunch of sense. Like, we've got All For One and his very recognizable theme of choirs and organs, but why does it play when Deku is fighting Overhaul? Why not just remix Overhaul's theme to create this chaotic feeling of an overpowered hero fighting a kaiju? What is this supposed to signify for Deku and Overhaul's character? Is Deku becoming the monster that All Might fought for so long before, or is Overhaul Deku's All For One? Because it would make more sense to me for that title to go to Shigaraki, but he's over in the depressed corner with his own epic theme. And I swear that in the United States of Smash, I can hear a tiny bit of Stain's Hero Killer theme in this spot. There's a point in this where I just completely lose my mind and nothing makes sense anymore. If the director wanted to use these themes because it sounds cool or something, that's fine. The My Hero Academia crew have the creative freedom to do that all they want. I just feel like there are some themes and moments that have massively missed opportunities, and they're not really playing the themes for specific purposes. Well, apart from two. The theme Yusei Run is probably the biggest fan favorite song in the entire series, and it's actually really well done. Well, within Season 1, that is. Why don't you have Kimi no Chikara playing here? Why is Yusei Run playing over a shouting match between Deku and Todoroki? I don't get it! Sorry about that. Anyways, if you look at the use of Yusei Run in Season 1 of My Hero Academia, it actually functions really well as the One For All theme. Hear me out. In Season 1, this is the moment that everyone points to that Yusei Run plays, and while, yes, this is the big moment where the entire song plays out, it isn't the only time we hear this theme. We also hear it when Deku and All Might save Bakugo from the sludge villain, when Deku punches the giant robot, when Deku launches the totally not baseball into the stratosphere, when Deku psychs Bakugo out and punches the air, when Deku flicks the water, and when All Might and Nomu duke it out for one final time. There's a lot of Deku in there. Anyways, this theme generally plays when the quirk One For All is being used. You can hear it when All Might and Deku saves Bakugo, and the moment when All Might uses One For All, the choir kicks in and it's absolutely epic. You hear it when Deku does anything with One For All, apart from this one scene, but we'll get there. And you hear it when All Might uses One For All at 1,000,000,000% to save the day. Now, let's go through each of these. The very first time we hear it is when Deku has his legs moved on their own moment, when he ran headlong into danger to try and save Bakugo. All Might then comes in clutch and punches the sludge guy with 100% power, and as the villain disintegrates, the choir kicks in full force and we get to feel the power of One For All. This scene tells the audience that Deku is completely worthy of One For All, and that he is the real hero that this world needs. But not the one they deserve. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. As the show goes on, Deku then uses One For All to save his friends, absolutely destroy his friends' hopes and dreams, and prove himself to be a hero. Side note, I also love that the theme cuts off here when Aizawa cancels One For All. It just makes a ton of sense with the One For All theme claim, and it just works really well. Then we get to the disaster simulator, and we get these three One For All moments. The first plays You Save Run, and it shows Deku's power and ingenuity to help his friends escape the villains. But then we have the moment where Deku punches Nomu without breaking his arm. Unlike all of the moments that have come before with One for All being at 100%, this time it isn't, and Deku does absolutely nothing to help his friends stay safe from the villains. He is a good distraction, but it almost wasn't enough. And then we've got the number one hero, All Might, to save the day, and he pulls through his best fight scene yet and goes at Nomu with nearly everything he has. Before, we got little snippets of One for All's power, singular blows that have been able to quickly turn the tides of battle. But now, we get to experience One for All at its maximum. All Might, using his power to the absolute limit, is able to defeat an opponent that was specifically designed to kill him. He pulled through and absolutely annihilated the obstacle in front of him. If that doesn't scream plus ultra, I don't know what else does. Oh, and if you're wondering what the other theme was, it was All Might's theme. It's just your classic superhero theme that plays whenever he's on screen. I don't know what else you want me to say about this one. There are a bunch of other themes that aren't really all that mixed in with the others, but most of these only play once and really just get their thematic moment as just that, a moment. They're not really that interesting to me from a storytelling perspective, but it does make those moments feel very unique and special. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. You guys seem to enjoy the shorter analysis videos, so this one isn't going to be as long. Maybe. I hope you all have a wonderful day and come back next week for what is going to be my most unique project yet, unless I accidentally lied to you and it's just another comedy skit, because I think I'm going to be pretty busy next week. Anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Until next time, bye.